Hey folks, welcome to East Coast Countdown Live. I'm Jimmie Inch. What this is a sister show to our radio show, East Coast Countdown. Now what we do on the radio show is look at the top 10 songs of the week from Atlantic Canadian artists as voted by you, the listener, by going to our website at eastcoastcountdown.com. Now what we're going to be doing on East Coast Countdown Live is have in-studio performances and interviews with some of your favorite East Coast artists. East Coast Countdown Live is brought to you by MediaSolutions.ca. Media Solutions is a multimedia design company specializing in video production, audio production, as well as web design and graphic design. So for all of your multimedia needs, check out MediaSolutions.ca. All right, this is the first show of our new fall season here, 2011, September. Today in the studio we had Andrew Hunter. Andrew is the frontman for the band, Andrew Hunter and the Gatherers. Great band name, by the way. They have a new CD called War Horses. It's out this week. Andrew stopped by the studio today to tell us about the recording process, play a couple of songs, and tell us about his upcoming plans. Here's more with Andrew Hunter here on East Coast Countdown Live. So this week was the big drop date?
Yes.
Was it yesterday?
Tuesday, yes, September 20th.
Brand new CD.
Yep.
Andrew Hunter and the Gatherers, War Horses. And if you can't figure out what this is, it's a horse.
That's right.
I was joking, it took me a half hour to figure that out. Where'd you guys record?
We did this at the Sonic Temple in Halifax with producer-engineer Darren Van Niekerk. I was going to say producer-engineer extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire, but not so much?
Yeah, he's the man. He really helped us reach that goal that we were going for, which was a really good quality sounding record.
So what did you guys do in the last one, the self-titled CD before this one? What did you guys do? Was it self-produced?
Yeah.
So it was a conscious decision?
They've definitely been all kind of self-produced up until this time. And I mean, this still was self-produced to a point, but it was like, it was at that spot where we had done the work that we thought was sufficient, and we brought it to Darren and said, okay, now what would you do? What would you change? So he did have a hand in helping us even with some of the arrangements, and just a lot of it is tones and selection of gear to be used on certain songs and certain, we had one of our really good friends who travels with us and does sound. He's kind of our tech guy. This guy Greg Wagner. He's got a slew of some vintage gear that he brought in for us as well too. So we had the pick of the litter for guitars and amps to choose from. So did you find that took some of the pressure off from you guys in terms of what the end product was going to be, and maybe concentrate more on the performance, or was it tough giving up some of the creative control? Not giving it up. I mean, it's a different approach to it. But it was a really cool process. Like we worked our butts off before we went in there and had everything down. So it was really just making sure we captured the energy of what we try and do on stage. So when we got in there, it was sort of a we don't want to beat it to death, but let's capture this thing. Let's do a few takes of each song. And then if we need to make tweaks or adjustments with tones, or, a lot of it would be, we would do a take or two and then it'd be like, you know what, let's try this snare drum versus, or this guitar, this amp combo. So a lot of the times it was, we would get those things sort of toyed around with, and then it would just be go, and we do one or two or three and be like, that's the one. We choose from the pile, and usually went for the one with, it didn't matter if it was perfect, it just mattered how it felt, and if it was, the vibe is there or the performance is there, then that's what we're looking for. The song's called Run for Cover. I wanna love you, but I don't understand. I wanna love you, but you're making me mad. You're the best thing that I ever had, so I wait and wait and wait. It's how I started broken hearted and bent. Pick me up and away we went. Now you got me running circles again, so I wait and wait and I wait. But you run for cover. But you are like no other. So many times crossing my mind, I'm thinking of you. You
taking your time, you're braving the storm. Night after night, you're keeping it warm. We're fighting the good fight, and you run, you run, you run, run for cover. But you are like no other. A moment in time, a moment in lights, taking a breath and hoping it works out right. You're braving the storm, night after night, up on a stage, we're fighting the good fight, and you run, you run, you run, run for cover. But you are like no other. I wanna love you, but I don't understand. I wanna love you, but you're making me mad. But you're the best thing that I ever had, so wait and wait and wait.
Okay, you mentioned the performance was kind of the most important thing to capture.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times you see a band live and then you get the CD, and it's sometimes can be disappointing if the energy's not there. And you were saying it's. Did you guys kind of approach this as, look, this is going to be a snapshot. We're not going to play this the same every time. Was that the idea?
Well, in a way, we wanted it to represent us and our live show, and also to say this is sort of we wanted to show people the sort of potential too that we had with our sonic potential, if that makes sense. And just as
Recorded at Sonic.
Recorded at the Sonic Temple, but just with textures and layering, and we tried not to go too far outside of the realm. We are a 3-piece band, and that's one of our strengths,
Yep.
and also our weaknesses is being a 3-piece band and making it seem like we're bigger than that.
Right. So if you have a wall of guitars on the record.
Yeah.
It's not
And I
gonna
mean,
sound.
it can't be. I mean, we
Yeah.
did have a wall to choose from, but we can't go too far out of that realm. It's got to be close to the source.
Or it won't sound.
Yeah, or it won't sound. So we tried to get an accurate snapshot of what we sound like as a band on stage, but also the energy that we try, because the stage show is completely different from the studio, as you know.
Yep.
But so we tried to go into it, right before the takes, as if we were, trying not to think about the clock, trying to think about, performing it to the audience that's listening on the record. So yeah, that was kind of the goal.
Now, a lot of people don't realize, I guess, once you finish a project like this, now kind of the work starts.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is the plan? I know you guys are hitting the road. You got some the release this weekend coming up in Halifax.
Yeah.
And then
that's
hop in the
exactly,
van?
you nailed it. It's like, now that it's done, the weight is off the shoulders in a way, but now it's like, now we really got to do some work. Now we got to get out there and tour and get these copies of this CD into the hands of the people and get the word out. So, and you got to strike when the iron's hot. You got to make hay when the sun shines too. So now's the time. And so, we have our CD release on Friday at the Seahorse in Halifax. And then we head off. We're doing some dates in New Brunswick, and pretty excited. We're doing the Horseshoe Tavern in Toronto again, and few dates in Ontario, and then back down East Coast for most of the fall. We'll be at Music Nova Scotia Week doing a showcase there, and trying to keep busy right up until the new year comes, and then we'll probably. It's usually a slow time in January, February, but I'm going to work on a few things and probably see if we can't get back in the studio, maybe even start firing away some new stuff. But gearing up for ECMAs too. We're pretty excited for that next year, and just looking forward to getting out there and doing the quote unquote, schlepping the work,
hitting the road. War Horses.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
It's funny. A lot of people ask that question, and I wish I made it up, but I didn't. It came from I was reading Neil Young's autobiography. I'm a huge Neil Young fan. Anybody who knows me knows that. And he's got this book, this autobiography called Shaky. And in the book, a critic is talking about one of his records, and they're slagging it, and they're saying that the record was not good. He put it out. It was not good. The songs weren't great. And then he came back with his next record with War Horses like Powderfinger, up and down, like whatever songs you want to list. So I thought that was really neat. The guy called the songs War Horses, and as soon as I read it, I knew exactly what he meant, and so I really took that to heart. And it's like, to say that I wasn't trying to prove something with this would be a lie. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what these songs are. Is like, it's the best we can. This is what we can do. And Johnny, my bass player, said it's like, well, we're kind of war horses too. We've been around for a little bit and toughing it out and working our little butts off as much as we can and playing as much as we can. So I guess we're kind of looking at that as we're war horses too. This one's called Burn to Fade.
Packing up and we're moving on, getting out of here. Days are short and the nights are long this time of year. But the night still so young. Our hearts pounding to the beat of a drum. Got me thinking about you and I, and when we were young, taking on the world back then. It was so much fun, and the pain lingers on. Our hearts pounding to the beat of a drum. Lights will burn to fade. All these dreams we had will change. We cannot go back again. Found a box full of memories, held me to the floor. There's this picture of you and me back in '94. Pain lingers on. Our hearts beating like the sun, and all the lights will burn to fade. All these dreams we had will change. We cannot go back again. Take the time you have to change. Make your mind to leave this place, and I just need to see your face. And if the sky should fall and all the mountains washed away, we could lose it all. Change, start another day. Could go on and on and on, but all the lights will burn to fade. All had will change. We cannot go back again. Take the time you have to change. Make your mind to leave this place, and I just need to see your face.
All right, that was Andrew Hunter here on East Coast Countdown Live. Thanks to Andrew for joining us. Again, the new CD is called War Horses. You can pick it up by going to their website at andrewhunter.ca. Of course, checking out their live shows. All of the dates are on the website. Once again, East Coast Countdown Live is brought to you by mediasolutions.ca. Media Solutions is a multimedia design company specializing in video production, audio production, as well as web design and graphic design. For all of your multimedia needs, check out mediasolutions.ca. All right, that's it for this week's edition of East Coast Countdown Live. I would like to remind you to vote for our radio show, East Coast Countdown. All you have to do is go to our website, eastcoastcountdown.com, and vote for your favorite Atlantic Canadian artist. All right, we'll see you next time here on East Coast Countdown Live.